Time is a concept that we become stuck within when we limit our perception of reality, and we need to free ourselves from time in order for us to connect back to the consciousness that we are. It's not something hard, it's rather only a realization everyone is capable of generating. Time is an external tool that we use within our external reality. We believe for things to have a beginning and an end, but this is not so. This reality is created out of energy, on different vibrations and frequencies. Research has shown that even empty space contains massive amounts of energy, and that energy can only transform, meaning there never is a beginning and there never is an end. It is only a constant transformation that continues in a constant now. If everything is energy, that means it has always existed and it always will. It simply just is. Walking within this knowledge brings you into a constant sense of living in the now, because you understand that there is no future nor a past that we perceive it. That is only a perception of the mind. But in reality itself, it must all simply just be happening in the now. This is hard to believe because of the time we have created, but by expanding our awareness and connecting to the being that you are within, we will understand that it is very much like this. Every moment in time is happening simultaneously. Why would they be happening within time, as time was never a part of this reality until man created it? We are living within a now, but the brain is creating the illusion of different sequences that we are going through. It is creating sequences of what has happened and what is going to happen. And we usually get stuck within thinking about these things and therefore direct our attention away from the current here and now, which is really the only thing that is real. As you close your eyes, you can become more aware of what is taking place on the inside. Observe your breath, observe your emotions and your thoughts, but do not judge them nor label them. Just let them be. Let the emotions be sensations and the thoughts simply just pass by. Become what you are within. Bring your attention to that inner sense that you have, that being that you are, and notice what it is like. Don't try to label it or judge it. Just let it be. Let yourself be with that just is. Don't think about it, just let the thoughts go, and naturally drop into that sense. Drop into the sense of being the space on the inside, noticing the emptiness that exists. However, it is not emptiness. It is only what we define as emptiness as human beings through the mind. It is rather something that is beyond this reality, beyond our five senses. It is beyond energy and vibrations. It is something else, something we cannot explain, but it is still the thing that we are, something that exists on a deeper level that you can connect to. You may notice how this part of you is not governed by time. It is simply just being within. It is connected to everything through a different level of reality. It is the space on the outside as well as the space on the inside. It is a connection between everything that we cannot perceive with our human senses, because it all seems separate, but it's not. It is the same force, the same field appearing in different shapes and forms, and it is that which you are that is connecting to everything. That sense of being that you have within is the connection to the whole. The human body that you have is like a radio station, picking up on different frequencies to create the experience of an illusionary holographic reality. And you may seem separate to everything else, but when you connect within, you understand that you're not. Everything is rather an imagination of yourself. This may seem confusing and frightening at first. However, these thoughts and emotions are only an illusion generated by the mind. The human biological computer will live within when it comes into contact with something that is unknown, that doesn't fit into its usual box of similarities. But remember, you're not the body, not the mind. You're not human, and therefore the human emotions and thoughts are never a part of who you truly are. You are that force, that being that exists within. In human terms, it is a big leap to step into a new form of reality, as you have been conditioned all your life to live within a different one. And it is a lot different to know something than to experience it. It is the act of stepping out of your world of similarities and into a new level of awareness, and therefore projecting and experiencing the reality in a new way. And as you do so, as you take that step, it becomes second nature with understanding that this experience is only temporarily, because you have always existed and you always will, and that there is no such thing as time. As far as we know, within this reality there is only a constant sense of transformation. You are not within the same body as you were as a child. It has changed a lot. It is completely different, and it is constantly changing on a cellular level. And one day it will cease to function. It will be finished within this hologram, and it will go through the event that we call death. However, it is only the body that stops functioning. You, the being within, lives on forever. There never was a beginning nor an end for you. You have always existed, and therefore, time is an illusion. It is only a tool within this reality that we can use. But it is not real. Universal time is real, and universal time is a constant flow of the now. Becoming aware of your body in this way will allow for you to take control of your thoughts and emotions, experiencing reality in a high level of consciousness, perceiving everything as one moment, not time, and experiencing everything as a whole and not separate, and knowing that you will live on forever, and that this holographic reality is only a temporarily experience. The DNA is responsible for structuring the human body. It transmits and receives information as well as stores information. But the main thing it does is it hooks us into this holographic reality, which is based upon vibrations and frequencies and allows for us to have a human experience. However, we have created a society who believes they are the DNA and therefore buys into the illusion that we live within. They believe they are separate from everything else and sees birth and death as a beginning and an end. They have forgotten they are the infinity, that they are the whole, and that this is only a temporarily experience. We are supposed to function as a whole, and we are meant to live within a group consciousness and function as a single organism with the earth. However, as we have forgotten who we are, we have separated ourselves from that oneness and so created what is known as fear. The whole hologram we live within is based upon fear. You can see the food chain within the animal kingdom and the territorial and dominant behavior. You can tell by the way humans treat each other, as it is all about ego, power, greed and jealousy, because that is what fear creates. We become afraid and go into survival mode based on the information programmed in our DNA, and therefore we develop an ego and want power over others to feel safe and secure. We also develop a life of similarities to feel secure and whole, and we become afraid to explore the infinity that is beyond. We become afraid of what is within us and constantly focus on external materialism. We become obsessed with cars and money, sex, alcohol, fashion, power, control, and everything else, because we are unconsciously reaching to feel that wholeness again. But because we have limited our perception of reality, we don't understand how to reach it, and so become lost within a holographic illusion. Fear is also evident in the hologram itself, the physical reality. It is a slow and dense vibration, and therefore isn't functioning on higher levels of consciousness. And it is our job to reconnect the hologram back to that original source, raise the vibration so the information within it begins to attract the consciousness that we are from. And how we do this is through expanding our awareness and knowledge, and understanding that we all have this purity within. We all have this consciousness around us all the time. It's just a matter of tuning into it and remembering that. There is no need for reincarnation. We already are enlightened. We all are. But what we are doing wrong is we're trying to look for it. We are trying to look for something that we already are. So when you tune into the observer within, don't look for it, don't try to reach it. You are it. Just relax into it. And there is no need to try to understand it, because that is only human perception. Do you think that consciousness is trying to understand itself? Do you think that need even exists? The human biological computer is a fear-based mechanism within a fear-based hologram. It is afraid and is trying to label and define everything, trying to understand. But you cannot understand something that just is. You can only accept it for being. Accept yourself for being. for being the very essence of who you are, oneness. I am that I am.